Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Cold Fire, and I am doing a live love messages session, love reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Vedic. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. Like, share, and subscribe. It helps me in connecting with your specific situations. Also, with the energies that are connected to you. You can also ask for signs and synchronicities. They might show up in the reading. So let's get started. Let's see what's happening, Gemini, with you and your love situation. Actually, I want to pull some oracle cards for the stand. Let's get one card from the notes from the universe on love and connection oracle. You know what to do. In all battles of the heart over the mind, go with your heart, because truly it is a lot easier for your mind to catch up with your heart than for your heart to catch up with your own mind. A whole lot. Not that I don't love your mind, the universe. This is such a this is very typical advice for Gemini, especially Gemini Sun, right? So yeah, the mind does catch up with the heart, and actually, high dimensional beings do not communicate with your mind. It is the artificial intelligence, which is generated by, it's a human technical project. We do have help from the skies, let's say other alien technology. We do, but it's still it's a man-made construct. It's a very physical dimension thing, and going upwards or going outwards, right? It's very outwards in, then inwards up. What I'm trying to say is that if you're trying to connect with source, God, angels, spirit guides, they're going to communicate with you directly in your heart. Let's see what's up with this situation with this person. Your romantic has channeled some romantic love situation, and let's see what messages, the spirit guides, the stars. What do they have? This is the star, Mars. I believe there is something going on with the planet Mars. I think there's a retrograde or was a retrograde, and we are going through massive there's something with the connection right now. I should have restarted the video. Okay, yeah. Something is going on with Mars. You need to check. Very, very persuasive energy, very determined energy, very charging forward type of energy, Gemini. Something has got you. We've got Mercury messages. It's something that happened in the last retrograde, in the month, the end of the year and beginning of sorry, end of last year and beginning of this year, present year. Do you see that Mercury messages? So we have our ruler here, Mercury, showing up with messages. So there's, I think there is some heated, heated word. There was some kind of argument over the messenger, possibly a messenger or argument, or somebody. Something about not wanting you to get the message. There was some kind of determination. There was some kind of interference. If there is somebody against you, they did not want you to get messages from your person. Uh, that seems to be somewhat of a problem here right now. Yeah, opposition, confrontation. They wanted you to confront your person instead of confront your person. This energy, this third energy, this kind of karmic third type energy is showing up here. Cancer immerse. It could be a Cancer involved, or you could be a Cancer Gemini cusp. That makes your moon sign Cancer, sun sign Gemini. Something seems to be like, you were immersed. Maybe you all used to message each other a lot, or one of you, maybe you Gemini, you were very keen on the verbal exchange or a text message exchange, leaving each other notes. There's some notes that you might have left each other. You might have there was something about like taking this forward through messages, rising together, getting to know each other through messages, the usual, and then they started getting deeper and deeper and deeper, the message exchange between you two. And somebody realized that y'all were rising together, you were learning so much about the self, you were growing as individual and together, and they saw you like immersed in this love that you all have for each other. And somebody just there's this third energy. It can come from anywhere, like anybody actually. There's this energy that's present around us Geminis that did not want this, and they wanted more of confrontation and like a war-like energy coming through. Like they wanted us to be. It's like it's like they did not. They wanted you to take wanted to take you away from love, so that they could use you like as a weapon. Your energy is very powerful, like in wars and battles. So they want this third energy. Whoever was functioning under this energy, this they basically wanted to use us Gemini because we are very good in confrontation or using our heads when it comes to solving issues, like let's say solving differences. So they basically wanted to use Gemini's mind to settle personal scores or to kick up a lot of fuss and opposition, like go head first in thing in the world. Would more tenderness help, dear mouse? Nest. And I think you kind of realize that no matter how much uh, they tried, you tried to be more tender. You surprised them, basically. I'm guessing this third energy, this competition, this opposition, you surprised them. You surprised them by being very gentle and tender and caring and nurturing. What am I? What is mine? What is always mine? Carry, box turtle. You, you realize that this relationship was yours to begin with. Like, you can have it. You can have these messages, exchange of messages, these love notes. What eternal knowing can I access in a human form? 13 line uh, ground squirrel, remember. Okay, so it's like there was this eternal knowing, maybe your divine counterparts, twin flames, soulmates, whatever resonates with you. You knew that this was your person, and you're carrying that information. Like, okay, these messages will be exchanged. There will be knowing. There's eternal knowing of what this person wants to say. So even if you weren't receiving the text messages or phone calls or the whatever messages from your person actually in the physical, you would you were carrying that knowledge with you without it being exchanged in a physical form. So that must have felt really strange and weird to you. Whatever this confrontation energy was coming towards you, let's see what's happening in a specific situation. And your self knowledge is growing. Like, what are your star seed roots? What are your soul? What's your soul's background? All the information that you carry in your soul is memory bank, like your akashic records, kind of understood what your soul is made up of, and what makes you really you, what the true self, in our knowledge in the past, like you figured something out about your soul. A four of swords. So this is the past and this is the present. In the past we have the eight of pentacles, in the present we have the four of swords. Seven of cups. Something is very confusing about this relationship. No matter how much you think about it, no matter how much soul guidance you get, is something very. It's like you've been missing something. There's some information missing. Like I was saying, that these messages are missing, but you're being asked to stabilize yourself in this four of swords and the four of cups. So whatever's missing, it's everything is recorded in the Akashic records, right? Everything, everything is right there. It's right there, even if it doesn't come to you on your phone or through any kind of physical. If a message is supposed to move from one person to the other, whatever information, even if it wasn't sent, right, even if the message was not communicated, even that information is recorded in the Akashic record. So if you want, what did your person hold back on? What were they holding back on? If you connect yourself to source, what is it that they have been refusing to say to you? This is the overall energy. In the past, this, your person has refrained from communicating. They were also going through their own process of soul searching. That's what I'm getting. They're also figuring things out on their own, but they were just refusing to speak the truth. But all of that true information, the feelings, the thoughts, all of that was coming through, but it just never had any um, physical world aspect to it. Your own energies were coming out here in the physical world and changing the physical material world reality. Their energies were coming together. The more you all understood about your own soul and what makes you you, the more your physical world reality started changing. But let's just say that the communication between you two, even the energetic, even the telepathic, even the physical work, communication has been really really confusing. Gemini, we've getting a lot of mixed signals, and But the bottom line is always the bottom line conclusion is that they want us, and we want them. The feelings are genuine. They're wholesome. Uh, uh, there's some nostalgia as well, and I think you need to get more information on this. Like maybe your person knows. Maybe you think that your person knows something about you, and you have forgotten that. Maybe a memory of you and them hanging out together somewhere long time ago, or something like that. That's coming through very strongly today. Like, your person remembers you from before, from the past, and you need to check on that. You need to really find out what is it that they're not telling you. I know it's like, but hold the intention. Like, don't go and confront them. Like, there is something that you have to find out. That you have to find out one way or the other. It's like it's something that is very very crucial that you've got to know, and only this person can tell you. And they've been holding back on that information, and it is looking very it's not looking very, that color doesn't suit. It doesn't suit because the message to me, it is very simple, and it can be communicated very clearly without creating this confusion. And this confusion is carrying forward in the future as well. So from the past, like from a very very old past, it's carrying forward into the future. It's something that they know they are supposed to communicate to you. They're holding back. So no matter how much you meditate, no matter how much you can access something, it's one of their soul's duty. Let's say strength. 6 of Swords, the ability to move forward, the ability to move forward with your ideas on your own is showing up here. A focus, justice. It's like there is something that they have of you, and they've put it together. It's like final piece of the puzzle, and it's something in your soul's destiny, or in the journey of self discovery itself. Everybody has contributed to you moving closer to knowing yourself. Now this person who you're romantically involved with right now, they hold a crucial piece, the most beautiful piece, let's just say, uh, of it. And I think it just like they held back on communicating this to you for a very long time. And it's looking like, to them it's looking like you're moving away from your journey of self-discovery and the connection with them. It's like it was something to do with patience, but then uh, you realize that patience is all right if it it is taking time for Gemini to get ready to reach a certain point on the soul's journey. But it's looking like it's a little unfair. The focus is on justice, so it's looking like every passing moment, this this holding back on information is keeping you away from discovering your soul's something important about your soul's journey. And it's coming in between of your movement forward, and it's falling on their side. The focus is on their side. It's like something to do with them. They're holding back because there's got something to do with them. The justice card is showing up here. Maybe they're going through some kind of separation. The Six of Cups is showing up here. This is the past. There's some separation, moving away from some separation. Sorry, moving away, separating, taking a break from people in their lives, focusing more on their work, and it's like not gaslighting, but because they are having to deal with all of this, they are expecting that you sit down and sit put and meditate and figure it out telepathically, intuitively, whatever it is that they are supposed to communicate with you. But it's looking like it's gonna be done actually verbally. The messages need to come out of face to face. There needs to be a conversation. This combination of the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups, it's about deep conversation. And both of y'all are like, you are thinking that, okay, I need to move forward in my soul journey, and you are not being able to move forward because you don't have that information that is needed, that ticket that will help you move forward, right? Now this person is saying that she or he, Gemini, is not working on their soul mission or discover on the journey of self discovery. They're leaving this, whatever this Eight of Pentacles situation, and so they are kind of upset, and they're like, I'm gonna hold this information back even further. They stop giving you the emotional data energetically. They stop giving you the and mental data, the thought forms. It's not that they've cut off the communication. It's just that they have stopped talking, even intuitively, emotionally, as well as in telepathically, and that is coming out to be very unfair. That is creating some kind. There's It's creating disturbance within all of the chakras or the energy centers in your body as well as their body. So this, on the surface, this looks very calm. This looks very calm, but it is very disturbing. It's very disturbing. Them just not speaking is disturbing, and that is not balance. That is not. They're thinking that they're not saying anything will not disturb the scales of balance, but that is not how it works. If something is not done, then if repeatedly something is not done, in spite of knowing that this is what we have been working towards, right, to get to this point where we can communicate this crucial information. There is something that they know about us, Gemini, about our soul's history, about something to do with this past life. May, Maybe there was something wrong that was done to you, and you kept feeling that, why do I keep missing out on something? Then there might be somebody who's always been like kind of in this opposition and confrontation energy, and they've hidden their intentions and their ill intentions towards us. But our person, they know this. They have known this for a very long time, that we have someone who really hates us, who's very jealous and insecure. It is that kind of information which has to be communicated. it If somebody is tricking us into making us believe that they're trustworthy, uh, we are not going to find out, even if we have a gut feeling, even if we know a, a sixth sense, bad vibes, whatever you want to say. But the interactions, face to face interactions of the person who has horrible intentions for us, horrible vibes towards us, they will show up even more sweet and more caring. So the person, the people in our lives who have this crucial knowledge, right, that we can uh, that we can use to create to say something and walk away, right? At least from these connections. If you're completely unaware, if you're blissfully unaware that so and so person exists and they have such ill intentions against us, this it is that type of information. This person has known, our person has known for a very long time, but they maybe think that we like them. It might be one of our exes, or somebody related to our ex that they knew. It's coming up like that because we have the Six of Cups here, something that we walked away from. It could be work. They like we thought that we were taking a decision to walk away from some kind of work, some kind of project, but it was in fact like somebody did, there was bad business, there was foul play. And it kind of confuses us because we haven't resolved that. We haven't got that one portion to place, like one button we haven't had the access to press, so that we can move forward on our journey. It's like there's some kind of thing, they want you to keep missing the boat so that you will stay here somewhere around them. Maybe they think that moving on and moving forward will mean that you will find somebody else, or you'll get married to somebody else and live happily ever after, or move out of the city, out of the state, out of the country. Moving forward means just leveling up, going from the first grade to the second grade to the third grade, how we went through school, right? It's just about that. Like, they want you to be around. They want you to be around like so much. They really, 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 really have very deep soul. They feel a very deep soul connection, even a mental bond. They know that you all are very, very closely linked with each other. Like, you can process their emotions and communicate it telepathically to them that this is what you're feeling emotionally. And they can also sense the heaviness of the mental energy that Gemini goes through, especially Gemini sun, um, even Gemini and Chiron, right? Chiron and Gemini, sorry. So wherever, whichever place, like Gemini being in the top four, as well as Vedic sign, means that you're going to have to use your mind a lot. So our person, whoever we are, feeling this beautiful nostalgic love for, and even if they're doing this, even when we know that this is an unfair situation and they're not expressing, telling us something very clearly that they know, um, we know it's their free will. Maybe they are not ready to tell us this. They recognize this. They recognize this aspect of Gemini to be able to process something so sticky, so sticky, logic with logic, and simplifying it logically, and communicating it to us, so they understand that maybe something which throws us off emotionally, like this Seven of Cups, they think that they can keep pushing it away. They are trying to spare us, spare our feelings, and take the pressure off of our minds in a way. So they're our person's intentions are pretty good towards us. Let's just say, yeah, there are messages. What was I saying? Hidden messages. In the hidden section, we have the Page of Swords. There are some messages, some hidden messages, or some message that needs to come through. Or maybe, yeah, they're going to confront you with certain things. Possibly because of that, they have held their silence for such a long time. And that is what is going to confuse you, because um yeah, we have the Star card here. It's like segregation. They're coming at you with both sets of things, like, what we've done, our mistakes, well as uh our mistakes, in the sense of us unable to figure out who's bad for us. Or for us, that kind of a thing, it is like our immaturity or our unwillingness to accept that not everybody who speaks to us, or not everybody, you shouldn't speak to everybody. There is some communication, there's some messages coming through, like as a confrontation, that something like we have very poor choice in friends or people that um we're going to get some confirmation here, confrontation here, or kind of confrontation that we keep bad company, Gemini, something to do with that, or we speak to people who are bad for us. We're always engaging with people who are bad for us. I think, yeah, I think a lot of us will agree that yes, we do it, and we kind of do it on purpose as well. And our person is absolutely little, not absolutely, but they have some words to say to you, to us, Gemini, about this, and that's what's going to that's going to help us, like, categorize things when it comes to this relationship. Like, we're going to have more clarity. We're going to have more clarity about, when I don't see them like giving you that, or maybe this is like, they're not going to directly, they're not going to directly tell us exactly what it is that they've been keeping so silent for. They're not going to tell us exactly. They're going to send us on a treasure hunt, basically. They want it to be self-realization. That's what I'm getting. That's why they, yeah, but like on the journey of self-realization, like you got it through, you've got. So okay, so then I see it moving, the conversation moving from this confrontation, that energy, into, okay, now that we have categorically split what I can, like Gemini can know, and what Gemini needs to be told. And out of that needs to be told, this is this one thing that you needed to tell me, but you kind of cut all communication and you stop talking to Gemini because you're upset for Gemini being talkative and going around and talking to everyone. Uh, and you, because you were not talking, the one thing that you were supposed to tell Gemini, you they didn't tell us. So in the end, it's like, oh, the Gemini is always the bad guy. Like, well, I'm getting I feel like laughing, because this is always the conclusion, right? If Gemini doesn't know something, and if Gemini wants to know something, that cannot be Googled, it has to be gotten from someone. Gemini, I think we're repeating a pattern here, and that's got something to do with us knowing that some things are here to stay, so we need to learn how to navigate through it. Okay, so even if this person is the one for us, the love of our life, even if it's a parent, even if it's our best friend, it always reaches that point where they just assume that we are supposed to figure everything out. And they're not wrong. They they know that Gemini can go everywhere and figure things out. But what they forget is that sometimes Gemini needs, not sometimes, every person that Gemini has come across tells them something. It's not just Google, it's just not libraries, it's just not thinking and meditating, it's not mathematics and art and all of this investigation, solo investigator, private investigator. Even in, like, if you watch if you watch Sherlock Holmes, or any kind of detective series, or if you like detective stories, they sit and they investigate and they ask everyone. They do so much to hear what the other person says. Everybody just assumes That Gemini doesn't want to listen to anyone. It's just that y'all don't know how to. It's something about the mental energy that Gemini have, the higher processing ability, putting things together. It just throws them off. That why are you going and talking to that bum retard? Because Gemini is like, I came across that bum retard because I there is some information that I will have to get from them. And then there is some time where people take a break from us, and then we kind of get impatient, and then we kind of like slip away in the middle of the night and disappear for 6 months and come back as if nothing happened. We're kind of let's be accepting of ourselves and be more gentle and tender towards us, because we know like this is going to keep coming from the outside. It's just the basics of things. It it's it's kind of okay. It's kind of okay. Let's see what we have in the 3D, in the physical world, in the mental world, and source. We'll put this back. I don't know, that was weird. Gemini, there's a possibility. I don't know, the two cards that popped up. There's a possibility that there is somebody spying on you, or spying, like this a sleeper cell, like a sleeper cell. There's someone who's been spying on you, and this is something our person knew, and we possibly been hanging out with this person, suspecting that they are weird and things like that. And we still been hanging out with them, and our person is kind of upset about that. They thought that they knew that this person is dangerous for us, but we haven't. Uh, what we really don't know the depths to which this is coming out in the hidden section. And this is a spy card. It didn't cross my mind. And since the justice card is showing up here, the focus seems to be your person's focus is not definitely not talking saying anything to you. They're really pissed off at us for like talking to all the wrong sorts all the time, and not investigating, not immersing in the messages, the telepathic messages, the warnings that we're getting. There is somebody definitely spying for you from you. Very sinister energy, like the two cards that flipped over earlier here, and I put them back. It was about that. Five of Swords. There is somebody who's very close to you, and maybe all right, but you know what they're up to. You know they're into something really bad, and you might know all the details of it. But the way you are acting about it, you're still treating them as friends. You're still treating them as friends. You're not treating them as in the proper way, the way you're supposed to look at them. Your perspective is still friendly. It's basically because you want to avoid drama, but that's turning out to be the Five of Swords, self sabotage. It's like you let yourself get so hurt time and again in spite of knowing better. Uh, but your person is kind of fighting for justice for you. Let's get one card for the physical world, one for the mental world. One for the mental world. We have the Page of Pentacles for the third density energy in the physical world. It's like this conversation I was saying, like in between you and your person, is like this is like you Gemini. This is like us Gemini, trying to explain something to a person, and they're like, Mom, this has been going on in the 3D. We'll clarify more. We'll get more clarifications. Don't worry on all of these cards. In the mental world, we have the Hermit. Somebody is in Hermit mode. The Four of Swords here, Hermit mode, and figuring something out. The mind is figuring something out. it's they basically focused on this connection between you and this person, and you want to find some kind of balance in it, even if there's going to be some sort of disappointment or letting go of something, even this information. What's coming up is this connection, Gemini, and this person also, it's equal on both sides, all right, with the justice card showing up here. No matter how what no matter what they're saying, no matter how pissed off they are, or what they know about the spy, somebody who's been stalking and spying you in a very weird and icky way, however they might be acting. Both of y'all are on the same kind of quest, and y'all are very, very serious. There is absolute balance when it comes to that knowing and understanding. So it's just like y'all are behaving. We are behaving very confusing with each other right now. Um, Tower, the universe. Okay, the universe is saying that okay, enough of this. Whatever this is, y'all need to cut this out, and possibly there's going to be a lot of energy of conversation just coming through. That's why it's showing up like starting very small and then turning into the star card, and then like happily ever after. It's like confusing, but then this conversation starts possibly as a confrontation, an argument, and then it is this ultimate healing, and like the happily ever after just happens in this one in the same conversation. Okay, so let me shuffle this, cut the deck, and get one card for confirmation. We'll clarify it in sort of a sequence though. All right. Let's see. We have the Four of Cups. Let's clarify the Four of Cups, the overall energy. We have this Son of Pentacles. Very deep thinking about there's something that what you have also discovered something about their soul. You're possibly very eager to communicate that with them, Gemini, and there is somebody else who has also seen that that sincerity that you have seen, so they know that they can take advantage of this. So there is somebody who is trying to get to your person through you, through spying and stalking on you, hacking your phones, and seeing what y'all are talking to each other. They were just like, it's like they're like psychotic creepy is what I'm getting. There's a mental issue, mental health issue. It could be a few people, but this main person is showing up here. That is
it's 6 o'clock.
That is also the reason. It could be 6 people because it just yelled. Siri just yelled at us at 6 o'clock. 6 of Cups is here. 6 of Swords is here. I don't think no other. We have the 4. It could be 4, a group of 4 people, 4 to 6 people. But there is one main person who has this mental illness, mental health issue, and everybody else has it in like a little less proportion to this person. This person is the worst. They might be older in age, but they might behave very immature. This is showing up as somebody on their side, but they have been really stalking you like crazy, um, and trying to distract you from possibly trying to bring about this energy of confrontation and opposition between you two, because they didn't want you to see them. It's like it's not because it's not like this, Gemini, that this person wants them. It's just that they see that this person, our person, is very genuine. the sincere and honest and hardworking person. They don't want anybody else to find out that this person is sincere and honest and hardworking. They don't want anybody to find out that basically want all the sincere people, honest people to be hidden and locked up and never to be. They have something against sincere and honest people, and a person is very sincere and honest. For a very long time, that was hidden. That was hidden. People were missing that out, or they were just assuming that our person is so sincere, hardworking, and humble. They might be very spiritual as well. So it's showing up that they're very spiritual. They're highly knowledgeable about everything of the physical sciences, the metaphysical sciences, as well as spiritual sciences. It's like they know everything. They're very knowledgeable. They have a very curious mind. People might have missed that out about them, but it's us who recognize that our person is like this, and these are the traits that a Gemini usually looks for anyway. So that is what resonated with us, the mental energy from this person, and it shocked this main person to another level. They were like, "Oh my God, Gemini is uh, Gemini figured out that this person that I've been creating all of these stories about, like, confusion about in the world, in their families, in their social circle, business circle. Now Gemini's figured it out, and Gemini has anyway figured everything out. So Gemini's figured it out. So this person went crazy and started stalking us, Gemini. That's how it's coming out. Like, I'm just reading the energy. Just take what resonates and leave what does not. If you have a stalker, like, please be careful. Just go and inform the local authorities. I cannot tell you how important it is, whether you trust in the local authorities or not. Gemini, there's definitely somebody spying on you, as far as I can tell from the cards. So, clarifying the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords is the Ten of Wands. They do not want to talk to you about work. Your person does not want to talk to you about work. They do not want to think about work. They want to put that. It's like something. Let's put that behind us. Maybe there was something to do with their work in the past that they want to put behind them, and they don't want to talk about it to you. So, like, if you have already moved away from that and moved on from that, whatever that past work situation was with this person, like, if you don't no longer know, because it doesn't concern you, so that might be the Six of Swords. So it's best that you left it so in the past, whatever there is to resolve. But it is definitely coming up in the future here. Yeah, it will. Uh, if there is something to resolve it, if it's going to be a block in the future, it's going to be resolved. That block is going to be resolved, because there's a lot, like, there's a catalyzing energy that, a vortex is being formed, because something was pushed away, like, from the past, like when it came to work, like, I don't want to, like, deal with this or talk. Maybe you're met in a workplace and something happened in the workplace. That place must have shut down, or something bad might have happened in the workplace, and they were absolutely refusing to talk about it. They were keeping their thoughts to themselves, their feelings to themselves. This is how your person might be. Our person might be Gemini, and we have Scorpio here with the Tower card, and we have Libra here. We have a Virgo here. Virgo might be the talkative sign, like Virgos speak. So do Libra, but Scorpio, like, they don't speak for a very long time. So a person might have Scorpio on the birth chart somewhere, and if you're also Pluto in Scorpio generation, I think it's one entire decade or 12 years, like 80s till 90s, like early 80s to early 90s. It's like Scorpio generation, so that could be that element, that energetic element. We also tend, you also might have the tendency to uh, completely stop something and move forward as if nothing happened. It's like a shared trait between you and your person, which is going to come up later on for you to resolve on a much, 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 much higher maturity level, soul maturity level. It's going to, it's going to get resolved finally. There's no block here. Like both of y'all are going to resolve whatever happened in the past together in a more peaceful manner, and like a permanent manner, like an achievement unlock kind of manner. Okay, so y'all are going to have that conversation. It's going from the Page of Swords. The final conclusion is the Star and the Ten of Cups, which is happily ever after. And at the bottom of the deck is here Three of Pentacles. Maybe both of you are working solo on your projects, and here now you have like a team, sort of like a partnership coming together. Uh, something about a home becoming happy again. The home, the energies around a home, or your and your person's home, that those are also kind of getting healed. Something definitely to do with part. There's possibly some justice coming through. Whatever happened here that made both of you just like you shutting your own thing, Gemini, and them shutting their own work process and shoving it in the background, so shoving it in the dark, like dumping it. There's going to be a conversation about it, very, very clear, logical conversation. It will start like a small argument. It will have the air of confrontation because your our presence energies are also pretty. They are in hermit mode. Sure, with the Justice card showing up there. They are in a talkative mode. They might be still a little quite pissed off. I'm getting like teeth clenching. They're like, why? It. I know Gemini is smart. I know Gemini figured it out. I don't know why Gemini doing this, and a little anger towards us. Not anger. It's like it's just some kind of expectation that Gemini will say something and fix it. I think that is going to move to like that's going to move forward to I need to speak to Gemini, and that's how Gemini then will fix it, right? Uh, Five of Pentacles, walking away. Both uh, Gemini and Gemini's person have walked away, like lost some money because they walked away from continuing to work on their projects, their own projects. It's like they missed out on some money, or the money was very low. Something happened, like money was you were not possibly not able to capture that much value earlier with something, and then you all just left it and moved away. But that's also showing off like your presence of mind, the ability to leave something that is draining on your resources, as well as is not is not making money. It's making half the money that is supposed to be making. So that means that walking away when things, knowing, leaving pride and ego aside, and walking away from even the best idea. for a business idea, or whatever it is, best idea, walking away from it peacefully. But it somehow meant that both of y'all blocked each other out and walked away from each other. Why did it have to mean that is still a mystery to me. Which is going to go, which is balancing out here. Just look at that. Why did it have to mean that you all blocked each other? Like if you all, this was something to do with the past, right? And it's like solo. The partnership, the coming together, working together is showing up in the future. So whatever was done in the past, you us Gemini, we also knew that our project, the money, the financial aspects of it were not up to the mark, whatever the reason might be, and we left it. They also understood that the financial aspects of their work, their own individual work, not good, walked away. Why was there a block? Why was this unfair? Why was the air of unfair put in over here? That means it's coming from it was incepted in our mind. It was incepted in our mind by some opposite energy, a confronting energy from the outside. And that is why I'm getting this pissed off energy from our person, because they kind of uh they know somebody that we don't know is like our it's like our number one enemy. There's somebody who put who did this on purpose. Okay, let's clarify the seven of cups and the page of swords. Yeah. One good thing is coming out of it, like finally, like they're going to speak up about their emotions. They're going to like start flirting and things. And this conversation starts as an argument or as a confrontation or whatever it is, it's going to be with like it's going to be like, I love you, I miss you so much, and like going to be a proposal. There's going to be a proposal of some sort, but it's going to be more like, I um it's like I knew something more. I knew something more, and it's like this person might have tried to flirt with you, or they get away. This person who's been stalking and spying on you, they get away with that. They're very kind of, yeah, okay, what shit this person is up to. You completely know. It's your person who thinks that you don't know anything about it. It's just that you walked away from no, like, okay, you got the entire gist of the details, you put together, you connected the dots, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go away. But your person feels that this person is a smooth talker, and they could smooth talk to you into, I don't know, things in general, and that they were fooling you, and they were showing up like this son of cups, this knight of cups kind of person, very flirty, and and they thought that you were flirting back as well. So that is something they thought, they were like, they want to confront you about. And that is why they were also not asking you out or meeting with you, because they were thinking that this person is somewhere around, like, always looking, and looking for a chance to throw this energy of confrontation, mental energy of confrontation on you. So this is like a third energy that was coming through. There was somebody possibly who, I mean, this is who they are, the stalker, the spy. This is who they are, the one with the mental health issue. There could be, all of them could have mental health issue. We had there's almost 3 to 6 or to 8 people. There could be 10, there could be 20 people with this mental health issue. There is somebody that's showing up on our side. There's somebody who's showing up on their side. The one on our side is excessively possibly flirty or very loose, or flirts his way, smooth talks his way. Uh, the smooth talk their way could be a him or her, whoever, into and creates blocks between other people. And they have done this previously to you, Gemini, and they have done this to your person as well. So this is also like a common person, but more on our side. The flirt is more on our side. The one who's just jealous of people's ability to do sincere hard work, that is on their side. And these two kind of created massive energetic blocks. A lot of they put a lot of opposition and argument in the environment, in the air, in the ether around us. This is a lot of mental energy, and that's being healed. That's being healed. That's being healed. So this Two of Swords, and this is obviously justice. So finally, there's justice. Okay, Two of Swords are being, these two, this energy of confrontation that these two people put in, those are being separated. And the separated justice card is also separation, right? Like divorce, or actually business partners separating. So two who were confronted with each other, two minds that were confronted with each other and were blocking each other's progress, are split open, and the that energy healed and washed away, in a sense, right? So your person is definitely also going to feel that release of tension. Like the tension's going to get released. um this is showing up very suddenly, like all three things coming together, like the confrontation ending, uh you're asking each other out, and then you're on the first date, and then you'll have discussed marriage. I mean, has gone there, like home and things like that. It's like, it's everything. It's work, it's end of the confrontation, as well as moving on to happily ever after. It's a good thing, like, it's all coming together like that. Let's get one card for the third density energy, Four of Wands. Look at that. They want this with us, Gemini. They're thinking very, very, very deeply about this. They might be, like I said earlier, they might be like, giving you some attitude, pretending as if they're not wanting to listen to us, Gemini. You know, it's like Gemini is trying to talk to them, trying to ask them something. Is everything okay? And they're just not saying anything to us. They might be showing up like this in the third density, but this is on their mind. They kind of know this could be a twin flame situation. We had the Four of Wands, so that's 1111. You might be twin flames, divine counterparts, soulmates, whatever you resonate with. But it's like this is getting balanced out, right? Two of Swords is getting balanced out, healed, and there's like this vision of the future, and the vision begins, the foundation of the vision, the portal is created with your union. Four of Wands is a marriage card, and the couples involved here, that is Gemini and Gemini's person. We know this. Gemini knows this. They know this. It's equal here. It's equal. The knowledge is equal about this matter. Like, this is a happily ever after situation. It wouldn't cover so many times. uh, Eight of Cups, dwelling on how did this situation stop working out? How did they break up? How did everything shatter? It's like what happened. It felt like a very very slow process, but it also ended abruptly overnight. Like it's like that facade falling, like that mask falling off of this work situation, whatever it was. It's just that suddenly, like this, the curtain just dropped on it, or the mask fell off, and it looked so costly. It was like it was looking at the it's like looking at the battlefield after the battle's over, in the dead of the night, right? This is just over. It just stops, like that energy kind of stops. But it's like somebody kind of detonated it. It was it it it's like this energy, this hidden energy, this bad energy, like that it was like a bad energy bomb. This got so heightened because they couldn't actually genuinely create this confrontation energy between us and our person, right? So they just kept putting it out there. They just kept putting it out there in the ether, and that ended up in destroying the entire situation, destroying the entire situation that was allowing not just you and your person to talk, like physical situation, that allowed Gemini and their person, romantic partner, to interact with, but it ended this generation of confrontation energy continuously. And like I said, like the more I think about it, the more number of people start appearing, like out of the dark. Like how many people were actually involved with these two sociopaths. Yeah, this is like sociopathic energy, right? Creating confusion like this, like it's all talk. It's just talk to create confusion, confrontation to create confusion, charming sorries and I love yous and you're my best friend. All of that was just to create confusion. Even the confrontation, who doesn't like to be who Gem, I mean, you tell Gemini, we hate violence, we hate fighting, we hate arguments. But if there's a debate, we would like it, and that got taken away from us. Actual good, healthy mental debate, but and that it just became like a block. This energy of confrontation became a block. But it's wearing off. It's wearing off. The I mean, it all fell really fast. It all fell really fast, and y'all are processing it. Like, how did something cross the speed of light? It just feels like that. It's relative. Like, time is relative. Something that you took a long time to build, which seemed like it was your sole purpose, your life purpose and all of that, and that setup, how did it break so fast? Because it took you all so long to set up, and how did it break so fast? So both of you individually, when it came to your careers, your occupation, were going through something completely different, and these other people may, like, y'all were working parallelly together, right? On your individual projects. Your project had nothing to do with theirs, their project had nothing to do with yours, even if you all were working in the same cubicle. Both of you were doing your own thing. You all were possibly working in the same cubicle, in the same vicinity, is because you you were the only two people among all the people uh, there in your locality or in your life in around the world, who were on the same page when it comes to work. even if the work was completely different. The mental energy was on the same page. Now these people got so jealous that, okay, we ain't getting any of that kind of situation in our life ever, right? Because they have so much toxicity inside them, which is showing up in hidden forms, and all of this voodoo witchy kind of thing showing up here with the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Cups, all of this confusion spell work showing up here, and all this mental energy of confrontation, like just a lot of verbal confrontation, and it means nothing. I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't know, I don't want this, I don't want that. And then what does it, why, when that question is asked, there is no answer, because they just wanted to throw a spat, they just wanted to create the energy of row. It was just to create the energy, just to create chaos. Now that is being figured out, but yes, that confront, instead of a healthy debate, in while we were both going through this, Gemini, us and our person, while going through this, it just turned into confrontation. It just turned into a block. So this was placed as a third energy, and we kind of we got played, and we played into it as well. Both it's showing up a more, no, it's equal, because we have the Four of Wands here. It's like equal, okay? So it's showing up as us knowing, but intuitively we did really well with our person. Like we knew always very clearly, and so did they, that this is a person. It's just the mental energies were clashing. And if this is a Libra that's showing up in the Justice card, or if this is Aquarius, if it's another air sign, a Gemini, then it's like we enjoy a healthy debate, but confrontation is something I don't think air signs like. Mental confrontation, because we know it is futile and it's pointless. If we have to fight so hard with the other person, that means it's pointless, it's baseless. Not the entire relationship, it's the reason why you are having to put your heads, cross your head, thoughts with each other, cross each other. That entire topic is pointless, right? So in spite of this, knowing if both Gemini and Gemini person are air signs, in spite of this knowing, we had to face this mental energy that was spoken in our environment of confrontation instead of healthy debate. That might be causing that the universe to send that final tower moment, and like just literally dispelling that energy. It's just happening, it's like happening, like how the weather changes and the climate changes, and there's acid rain cleaning the pollution out of the air a little bit, that kind of a thing, that kind of universal mechanism, cleansing mechanism. That is what is happening. And it's like we lost the opportunity to figure this out on our own, and gravity, like uh it's like material world achievement is very low, okay? Like we didn't move towards each other, we didn't move away from each other, Gemini and our person, we didn't do it. So it's like the universe is kind of helping us out there, because it is still unfair, because it's like a lot of people came in between this relationship, and with the intention of confrontation. So the universe understands that it is unjust to make us go through it. Person is still not very talkative, but it their energy is speaking very loud and clear. It's like they were expecting more more clarity in this situation, and they knew they were setting themselves up to disappointment and failure. But it's like, but they also knew that it was going to heal, the situation was going to heal. They knew that even if they knew that even if they didn't know that there was a happily ever after, and you're starting to actually work together properly, professionally, working together, even if they didn't know that, they knew that the healing was inevitable. So they might have even pushed this confrontation a little harder, hoping that it'll end soon. Let's clarify the tower card. Okay, lovers. Yeah, like the universe is kind of clearing the air so that the lovers can fly freely. Yes, it's in our benefit. That's a Gemini card. We have all the three of air signs here. Definitely something to do with another air sign. Uh, let's clarify the star card here immediately. Oh my God, Hierophant. It happened in the Aquarius season. They the healing. You unlocked the portal for healing, possibly connecting with the higher self, the masculine higher self. That is the Hierophant energies, the High Priest energies. There's the High Priest energies are circulating in the air right now as we speak. It's probably the last thing, and it was new moon yesterday. There's some new moon symbology, like the earth blocks the sun's rays from hitting the moon on every moon night, right? So something that we've possibly figured out, but we didn't know how to make that happen, how to end this confrontation, this scenario of confrontation. How do we end this, and so that we can fly freely a little bit? Like the universe just like dropped that exorcism. The universal exorcism happened last night, like on the universe intervened with its exorcism to help twin flame divine counterpart soulmate clear that air of confrontation, conflict, block. And um, I can tell you that from my personal experience, I did get indirect communication, and I had channeled this in a previous reading somewhere yesterday or day before, that they're sending messages, but possibly through a friend of a friend. That's making me feel suspicious. Yeah, but that came through. That happened. I got a indirect communication from my person. So it's like it's gone out of the air. It's gonna take a little while, possibly the next 6 to 8 days, next whole week, like okay, till the 27th, till the end of this month, right? It's going to take some time for it to completely clear out of the air. Till then, you're possibly going to show up in fighting energies, whatever you all need to know to heal the situation and to unlock the real potential, the star quality, the celebrity quality that all Gemini marriages and all Gemini kind of relationship kind of have, like the star quality, like the celebrity quality to it. Even if you live a very simple life, like it's like I don't know, it's something with, obviously, is the lovers card is a Gemini card, like Gemini relationships, like even if it is for, it's a very short lived relationship, it has like a feature film a length, like a high budget feature film script to it. And sometimes it's like, how long did that love story last? 5 days? Oh, great. But who was it involving? Gemini? Yeah, okay, we understand. It's like that. So now, if this is the ultimate, oh, okay, like look at this. We have the 10 of Cups here, okay? We have the Hierophant. We have the Four of Wands. We have separation and breakup here. So you or your person, if you're um, fighting divorce battle, look at that Two of Swords. If that was happening, that is done. All right, the focus is on that, and it's done. So possibly just finished last night with this universe, the Tower card. This is the Tower card. There's marriage written all over here, and the hierophant, the one that actually conduct the hierophant energy, the being that is the hierophant, that is the high priestess, that is hierophant. The thing that we say marriages are made in heaven, marriages are made in heaven. Who conducts these marriages? This being called the hierophant, which is the high priest. So this marriage, this union, this couple was made in heaven, and you have gotten that information. Something has something has been electrified. The brain activity is electric signals going on around, right? So that information has come from the hierophant, that the two of you are a match made in heaven. Okay, now I don't know whose side this is on very, very clearly. uh who is the one, whoever's going through this divorce battle, it's possibly not on their side. This information is possibly on the one who is not going through the divorce battle or separation battles. But what happens with divine counterparts, twin flames, or soulmates, is like this quantum entanglement. As soon as one counterpart gets that information, it's immediately learned by the other counterpart, right? Twin flame or soulmate. And this is the cosmic, the hierophant is also the cosmic higher self of the divine masculine collective. So if the masculines have gotten divine knowledge, all of us have the masculine and feminine, right? So if the masculine energy polarity, that is a subconscious mind, has got this information and is specific to your own individual situations and who is linked to you, your person, they also know this, it's just that they could breathe a sigh of relief in the new moon energies. Okay, they could just breathe a sigh of relief that, whatever this past situation was that I had to go through on my soul's journey, it's over. And now it is going to start coming in to the subconscious, and then into the conscious actual waking life. This energy, this hierophant energy, and they're going to be at peace. They're going to be at peace that you having moved on does not mean that you're with someone else, or like, even if you're with someone else, that is okay. That is still okay. If they were with someone else, right? They were getting a divorce, and and it's ended up in divorce. And that situation, that workplace situation, with had these sociopath crazies, you know, hating on you and creating confrontation for no reason. All of that, it doesn't matter if this match is made in heaven. Yes, universe will keep sending this. The universe will keep sending this, and your guardians in the mental world, in the ethers, in the astral plane, will keep sending you this, sending you information to break down the things that are hurting you, and the universe will send the support, the energetic support, the energy bombs to support twin flames. Let's get one card to clarify the Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, which is showing up here in the future, the illusions that were cast in the past. You'll know this is a typical illusion that has been cast on you time and again, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. You'll have repeated this before, but earlier, possibly in previous lifetimes, you all hadn't met, or you all hadn't met in the past, or okay, y'all were made to forget. Like every time y'all met in the past in this lifetime, somebody distracted you, somebody charged at you with some argument. If you can think back of all the times you might have got into like a very weird confrontation with a stranger for no reason. It is possible that you were around your twin flame, divine counterpart, soulmate. It was possible. Think about it every single time. Remember, where is it? We have this card. Remember. Remember, it's something about this energy being there since a very, very long time around you. But in this lifespan, it acted up the most. And it lasted for like 10 years, possibly 10 years this was happening. So you don't have to go that far back as well. But you will realize that the theme of things, just like mishaps after mishaps that were been happening, and you were still fine, like, it's not like, that is not showing up here. Even if there might be some financial disappointments, you will still, there is still star quality. But I'm talking about love life, especially love. If your love life has been horrible right now, that kind of, those kind of demons and ghosts in the air, those spirits, evil, nasty spirits, the energies, those have been blasted out. And it's possibly like that 7 year curse, Saturn retrograde that shows up in your Vedic birth chart. That kind of phenomena just happened, like, it's ended once and for all. Because why am I saying that there's a permanency to this? Because we keep getting tower moments, we keep losing our situations, like, situations regarding our um, personal life as well as professional life, right? Situations just abruptly end, that happens, but there's a permanency to this ending, this bad luck, like, maybe some of you, maybe one of you broke a mirror or something like that, and something came through, like stepped on a mirror and broke a mirror. So 7 years of bad luck, if you think about it like that, that has been lifted. But definitely, i- if you have 7 years of bad luck, and you have been able to block out and cut out the people, the bad intentions, in intention people, if you have that clarity, mental clarity, the ability to uh to keep practicing good judgment of what you're supposed to engage with, or and not, like, who's working under bad energies and who's working under good energies, and cutting off from people and walking away from situations. If we haven't done that, then what happens is, like, it gets amplified, the bad luck gets amplified in a very retarded, mature way, that energy wants to, that 7 years of bad luck energy wanted to, like, harm you. And it's like, because it wanted to harm you, you gave it your all. Those people that wanted to harm you, they had us convinced somehow, both us and our person, that we should allow them to harm us. And that might have come out in for us, like, outside in the physical world, very, very heightened and amplified, to finally, for us to, like, strike it down, and to ask the universe to end this. And that's when it's gone and ended. Not only ended, now that this kind of information and knowledge, soul knowledge, that is coming through right now, right? That is coming through right now. Once we know this, once this marinates inside our head, and we will start working according to that. So this has been eliminated, exterminated, guys. So now Gemini, we are looking for happily ever after, and perfect, like, in the professional as well as our personal life, like, we're looking for great days, happy days ahead. This information is coming in and it's everybody's soul's journey, and details are different, all right? Even if it's a romantic situation, the details are going to be different. Like, now, remember this smog the smoke and fog of confusion and chaos, and you always um, letting go of your opportunities, your uh, the one that you like, and all of that. That spell work, that confusion that was created, that 7 years of bad luck, it's over. First of all, that is over. And please be very, very curious and open to all this information, soul information that you're getting, because this is very unique. I can give you details on my situation, but for you, it is going to be completely different. The details are going to be different. The details are going to be according to the way you process it. Your life situation is going to be most best suitable for you to process this information on your own soul's path. And my life situations, even though I'm a Gemini, right, my life situations are going to be best suited for me to learn in what's going on my soul's journey, right? The reason why we split into multiple souls from the source is so that the soul can learn from many, many different perspectives. So this is very crucial that you pay complete attention. Gemini, ADD, I understand. ADHD, I understand. Attention deficit disorder. But now is the time to get over it and be focused on it. Be like the other sign that Mercury rules, Virgo. They're perfectionists. So get your journals out, or whatever it takes. Make sure that you are giving your all to processing this information that's coming to you directly from the source that got you and your person's souls married in heaven. Okay. And then your your domestic life and your professional life are going to fall into place. All right. The Empress, clarifying the 10 of Cups. The house is going to, again, your homes, there is a house, definitely a house, which is get we had we had the earth, which is the physical celestial body that represents the divine feminine, right? And then we have the moon's energies, metaphysical, as well as spiritual energies. So the moon is the metaphysical and the spiritual body of the divine feminine, the divine feminine, the goddess of creativity, right? The celestial body, the physical form is earth, and the metaphysical and the spiritual body, the celestial object, is the moon. Okay. So on a new moon day, the moon is not reflecting the sun rays. The earth and the moon are talking to each other face to face. So the physical form is talking to the physical body of the divine feminine. Is talking to the mental body, and as well as the spiritual body of the divine feminine, right? And that has somehow charged the physical space that we are living in, Gemini. Okay. Or we're supposed to, or has charged and activated the physical location with this super spiritual information about our love story and our happily ever after, wherever that place might be on the face of this planet. All right, it has charged it. Y'all are supposed to possibly find your way there together. You Gemini and Gemini's person is supposed to find their way together there. All right. Four of Swords. So how I spoke about the spiritual energy of the spiritual body of the divine feminine on new moon night went and activated the physical space. The metaphysical body, mental energy of the divine feminine on new moon night has gone and impregnated, like has created a field of energy of nurturing. It's like it's a fertile energy, very very fertile energy, mentally fertile energy. Balance. Four of Swords is balance. We have Four of Swords, right? And new moon night, another card symbolizing new moon night, right? So both have been active, all three activated. Physical space was activated by the spiritual body. The workplace was activated, the physical workplace was activated by the mental body. And since we have the physical body, we have earth. The core of the earth is also kind of shifting right now. The energies are there are new energies coming from the core of the earth. Like this, these are new light codes coming out in 2023. Union energies, right? None of this like confrontation energy going on at all. That's why it's balancing out right now. So basically, all three, the earth, the moon, and the divine feminine, the membrane dimension that is divine feminine, is like a womb, right? But it's the womb covers, but it's inside out as well. So it's like a torque. You can look up the shape, torque, torque shape. It's a geometrical shape that speaks about an energy field that is all encompassing. Okay, so let's get some fairy Lenormand oracle cards. Let's see what falls out. Um, if not, then I will pick one card overall and one card under all, and then we can close the reading. Let's see. Starseed information. I am doing a series, Occult Fire Lives, on know your soul's ancient origin. I just did part one last night, and at the peak of the full moon night, like around midnight or slightly before that, and the Amazonian divine feminine incarnated here, the star seed that is linked to the Amazon woman, Wonder Woman. That is the origin of the divine feminines I was channeling in that message. I'm telling you, it is very crucial for us to be open to this type of knowledge. We need to expand our knowledge, expand the territory that we get our knowledge from. History just does not mean like your ancestry, your genealogy on this planet in this lifespan. We are all made out of star stuff, right? So we need to know our star seed history. Even if our soul was incarnated always on planet Earth, we have a star seed family. We have star DNA in us, and which has been activated yesterday. So we might as well have act- actually done our research, even if it's Google, okay? Because a guardian of the star seed is sending you a lot of information and knowledge, and it's fascinating, beautiful information and knowledge. And this is the way you heal the mind, by enriching it with ancient knowledge and information. The star card is the card for healing for a reason. There is a logical explanation. Our ancient past, which is star seed family, where is it, what is it, what has our star seed family, the connection between us and the stars. Once it gets unlocked, once we get that information, once we get the confirmation, it's going to be healing. Right now we're just missing 99.9% of our soul's information, journey's information. That is what is causing us pain, right? That is what is causing these blocks. That is what is causing these confusion. That is what is creating these horrible, horrible energies, and the people who
are addicted to these horrible, horrible energies and are addicted to causing us suffering. Now that we've ended all of that, let the information come in and we can heal from all of it. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we had the full moon. 14 days. Gemini, be ready to get a lot of information on your star seed ancestry. And I would really suggest that instead of having visions after visions in your daydreams or your nightmares, it's better to Google it and be prepared that okay, what came up on star seed history today? Syrians, Andromedan, Pleiadians, Anunnaki. What came up? Okay, let's go back to the mythology on Earth. Is it Greek? Is it Roman? Is it Hindu? Is it Islam? Is it Sufi? Whatever is it the Kabbalah? Go do that. Do not discard mythos. There's there is logos and mythos, and that brings about the truth, the full truth, which is going to come out on full moon day. Be prepared. You all are going to know that you all have been living your entire lives as a couple. As a couple, that kind of information is coming through. And definitely your person wanting to, even if whether it's a man or a woman, doesn't matter, they want to really come towards you, and they were waiting for this flirt flirt evil person, whoever was around us, this flirt scammer, to be gone, so that they could be the flirt, they could flirt and woo you and charm you. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I might be back later on to do a cold fire live that I mentioned earlier, Know Your Soul's Ancient Origins. If you are interested in that, I'm sure I'll channel something about Gemini, this information. So, um, otherwise, thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you would like me to channel your specific situations. Otherwise, these are general reads. Take what resonates and leave what does not. Hi everyone. Sorry, I don't look at the live chat while I'm reading the cards. But yeah, thank you for being here. A Robin, Era, Era Bera. Thank you so much.